Hi everyone, welcome to Long Arm Wednesday. This is Laura Lynn of the Mama Pop Quilt Shop. This week we have a lovely customer quilt here. We're going to do a lovely butterfly banjo on, and I can't wait to see it stitched up. There's so much beautiful fabric in this quilt. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. Look how gorgeous that is. It's so beautiful. Lots of color, lots of color. So the choice was blue thread. I chose the darker of the two that I have like a robin's egg, and then I can't quite see what that one is, but it's something blue anyways. So I've set the panto up for 4 repeats on 4 rows. So it's going to do one straight across here. I don't know how long it's going to take, but we're going to film something. Okay. Alrighty. So I've already preset my boundaries. It's 57 by 80. I'm just going to set it to quilt. It was a more realistic butterfly panto. There's a very cartoony one out there that's got like little loops for the wings and stuff like this. But this was the more you know, pretty much real. As real as it's going to get. There we go. And that blue thread is going to pop up so nicely on some of these fabrics and just going to disappear in some others. It is very detailed, this butterfly, so it may take a little longer than anticipated. But we'll film, I don't know, 15 minutes of it, so you can see how it's going to turn out. So this is, like I said, it's one of our customer quilts. I'm very excited to be doing it. I have, my winner, from those of you who didn't watch Weekend Project. This is my red ribbon winner of my wall hanging that I did for the Air and Fall Fair. It won first in its category. And I got a trophy too. Oh my gosh, a trophy! Oh yeah. So I'll have to dust it and babysit it and call it my very own. Okay. So this was it. I used zippers and drapery and recycled fabrics, upholsteries, and so on and so forth. And then even from, it's very heavy. And even from the back, it kind of looks like a bit of a nightscape with the stitches that I did. So it's pretty cool, and I love it. And it's going to hang up at my township for a little bit. But I'm going to offer it up just in case some quilts don't get hung up for the quilt show this coming weekend in Orangeville. I'll have it. I'll just say, hey, I have one if you want to hang it up. So at least it's a ribbon. So excited! Never won anything in my life ever. Very, very happy. Rode our bikes out to go deliver. It's about a 45-minute bike ride from where we are. And it was quite the adventure both ways. Because I had to take the trophy home on my bike. I didn't know I had a trophy here. But I made it home. Really happy with the way that it went out, that's for sure. I mean, it's not what I expected. But definitely I'm loving the outcome. Been working on a few other projects. There's one behind me here. It's called the Birdie Flu or something like that. A little bird told me. Okay, so that's the pattern. And it's from one of these McCall's Quick Quilts, August, September 2016. Okay. There's lots of good patterns in here. So I had a bit of fabric left over from my niece's Victoria's quilt, and I thought I'd just do a couple of those lighter chunks of the purples. So, and I had some black and some white, a little bit of gray, and I think it looks really good. I just got to get some border fabric. And then I have another one behind me. It's kind of my own pattern. I used fat quarters. I think it was 8 fat quarters came in this bundle, and then I had the grays. The polka dotted gray and the one with a little bit of the blue in there left over from a table runner project, and I popped that together really fast. I just cut 2-inch strips and blocked it out, and away we went. I didn't really follow a pattern. I just had my own idea in my head because I wanted to make it very masculine, but also it can go either way. But I just, a lot of these quilts have pinks and purples and all sorts of colors that are not necessarily one that a gentleman would like, laying over the cross of the bed or the couch or something like that. So I'm trying to make a few different ones and different colors because Christmas is coming and I can't sell quilts and I don't have any made. So I'm very busy doing that too. Oh, this is going to look lovely. Look at those beautiful butterflies. Oops, probably can turn my other light on here. There we go. That might help a bit. So it's just detailing. It's the smallest It's going so slow when it's making its way around that wing to give it all the detail that it can, right? Because it's very detailed. I don't want to run into the machine, so one machine into the other. So, but as far as the monitor head concerned, but yeah, it's just working on the very tiny little details of the wing and the outer layer of the wing, and then the body and the antennas. So it's beautiful. I've had this one stitched up before. Actually, it was just the butterfly itself, and then I highlighted it with stitches, and it was for a lupus silent auction. So, and it turned out very well. The person who bought it loves it. Now, there's to me when she decided on the butterfly panto, I thought that would just be like awesome for this quilt, because the butterflies have so many color to them, right? And this the tax quilt is just so full of color and lovely. I think I have a bit of this blue somewhere. Looks vaguely familiar. That's the fun stuff when customer quilts come over. You're like, hey, I have a bit of that fabric. It's lovely. And the back is a very medium to dark blue. It's got a little bit of, I'm not sure if it's Asian writing or something, or just little symbols or little drawings or something, but it's quite lovely as well. It'll totally make this whole quilt go together. Are you looking for some camera time? Yeah? Over here. Come down. Come down. Say hi, everybody. Say hi. You do know if you want to dance? Want to dance, Sophie Rosie? Okay, over here. Probably hungry. Just being silly. All right, back up. Good girl. So yeah, this will take a bit, but it's going to look so lovely in the end, that's for sure. And I had to tweak the pattern just a little bit to fit it where I wanted, because the three of the pantos across left a lot of empty space. Like, there was good chunks of empty space in there, and I don't want that for this quilt, that's for sure. I want it to be pretty much filled right out. Not quilted to death, but filled. Edge to edge, right? Beautiful. Oh, that one's actually one of my favorites so far right now. The green and half pink. Beautiful. Yeah, definitely not a fast one, that's for sure. It's going to definitely take some time. So it's starting to get a little chilly here, hence the sweater. If you'll find this in the cupboard, a little chill. Had a lovely weekend. We're visiting some family and staying near a lake, and it was beautiful. The weather was beautiful. So if you have any questions or want to see a certain panto or whatever, let me know. I'm more than willing to put some up on some black fabric or white fabric, and you can see what it looks like. You know, if you have a certain idea for a quilt top, let me know. We'll see what we can do. Christmas is coming. So we got a really neat idea that we're going to do for our family members for Christmas, little Christmas gifts. So I'm looking forward to working on that, that's for sure. It wasn't always one of my favorite times of the year, but I'd say within the past 10 to 15, it really has been. Good time to celebrate and get together with family and friends. Oh, this is lovely. I love these two right beside each other. A little black swirl, and then the purple right beside it. I'm hoping she loves it just as much as I do. One of these little lint catchers are very, very handy. Catch any little bits of thread or fuzz. You'd be surprised. You wouldn't think there was anything on here, and there was actually quite a bit. Maybe just little bits of like batting lint from when I cut the batting, right? You don't want that being stitched into your quilt. I put a brand new needle on before this quilt, so it's stitching lovely. You got to put them on got to put a new one on about every 3 to 4 quilts. I know it seems like a lot, but you know, that's a lot of abuse it's taken too. It's going through 3 layers all the time, and depending on the batting, bamboo is going to be a bit rougher on those needles, and that's what I've been doing for the past 2 quilts. It's all bamboo, so it's going to wear it out faster, right? Now, I want a nice precise tip, especially going through these bataks. I don't want any puckers or, you know, holes or anything else like that. I want nice and smooth. And a nice new needle does the trick. I put a new rotary blade on my, it was like butter. I'm like, why do I wait so long? Because I've got to get the most out of it, because I'm cheap. It's like, it goes over that. I guess it does. I don't remember going over anything else over here. Oh, I did too. Okay. Thought maybe I set something up wrong, but I didn't. It is lovely. It's going to be beautiful when it's done, that's for sure. We'll have to send a picture, or leave a picture on the website when it's done, because it's definitely going to take way too long to shoot the whole thing. But you certainly get the idea. Now my Santa Claus patio window, or sorry, attic window quilt, but he's so big it kind of made like a patio door sort of thing. But he won second place in his category, so that was very surprising to go over there when we went to the fair to see all the exhibits and stuff like that. I had a first place and a second place. Go me! It's very exciting. Very, very exciting. Now I have to find a place to hang that one because it's heavy. It needs a good wall space. It's like 57 by 55 or something like that. So it's a big size. Beautiful. I didn't really think of a quilt all done in bataks before like this, and it's just stunning. I think I kind of want to do one. These are all hand dyed. If you don't know what a batik is, you could just research it. It's quite fascinating how they deal with it with wax and different negative and positive, and like all these little stars and stuff like that. That's pretty cool. These are little trees. Oh, there's a butterfly on here. That's lovely. I saw that. There's more of that fabric. Such a variety. Like there's only I've only been able to find a couple of repeats, like this one and that one, and then like the rest are all. It's just a mix of everything. Maybe we'll find some more recognizable ones when it comes to the other side. Back up, Sophie. Over here. Beautiful. Yeah, I've actually had quite a few customer quilts come in and out, and this one said it was okay if we could film it, so we were awesome with that, happy with that. We do try to ask, you know, try to make the little quilt top famous. It's more stuff that you can see and know that this is a real running quilt shop. You know, we're doing customer quilts, doing my own quilts, doing quilts of valor, doing donations. You know, it's a regular running quilt shop. I don't think it's even done one yet. One whole section, repeat. This would be the first. Still working on it. It's going to take a while. I could probably speed up the stitches per inch, but I want those corners and the roundness of those butterflies to come in precise, so I'm not even going to touch it. Just patience. Get the stitch itself up. Yeah, I've got about 3 or 4 more kits that, these are just quilts that I put together with my stuff fabrics that I had. There was no kit to it. But I actually have two or three kits that I'm going to try and zip up within the next, you know, week and a half to 2 weeks to get all 3 of them done. So I have like 5 or 6. I like to have about 10 quilts to sell for Christmas. That's what my goal is. But I gotta kick myself in the butt and get moving. I think pretty much you got to plan a half a day for cutting, and by the time you're done cutting everything, you need a break. So the next day is when you start pretty much putting your stuff together. You start working on your blocks and one section then the other or what have you. So it's very time consuming when you think about it. That's why they're not cheap. Like, quilts aren't cheap. It's lots of time and love and dedication, and preciseness of sewing and cutting is essential, or you end up with the ugliest looking thing ever. It'd be pretty colors, but if it's not precise, it wasn't worth it, right? And this one is just bang on. I am so impressed with her stitching, her piecing. I'm like in awe. I have to pick a course from her, ask her for some hints. Because it's immaculate, like bang on. I like that one. Kind of like almost a little Egyptian-y sort of thing. Every time you look at it, you're going to find something different, right? Oh, little hearts. These look like a peacock feather. The heart in it. They are a little bit more expensive. That I have realized when going to my local lens mills out in Guelph. That they do tendency to run anywhere from $15 to $28 just for a meter. And when you think you're going to need, on average, like, okay, perfect example. This quilt right here that I was doing is only 62 by 75, but it requires, okay, these are yardages, but, you know, you get what I mean. Like 1 yard of gray, 1 yard of white, 7/8 of a yard of aqua, 1 3/4, another 2 1/4, another 5 yards for the backing, and then the batting. But that right there, if you're thinking of that at just say 15 or even 20 bucks a meter, you're like, holy majeebies, I just lost the mortgage payment. Kidding. But no, just so you know, it's not at all cheap. But they are labors of love, and they are definitely collectible. And there's so many of the classic patterns, you know, the double wedding ring and the Irish chain, or the Celtic knots, and all those classics, the bonnet seams, and, you know, whatever, the farmer blocks. You know, you get someone putting one of those together, that's true art. That's a lot of dedication to it, especially those double wedding rings. I have yet to try one of those. No, it's still doing the first one. I think it's just finishing it though. And yeah, if you don't know about weekend projects, we're working on a Christmas quilt. We're doing 12 blocks of 3 blocks that are online. The last block my husband designed, so we did it up just last weekend. It was the fireplace with the hearth, and the Merry Christmas block, I think it was, or Christmas hearth or something was what it was technically called. It'll be listed somewhere, I'm sure. So if you have an idea for a block or want to design a block for this beautiful Christmas quilt, then come on in. Send me a picture. Send me a message. Wow, you guys are fast! Holy man! That was a text, but I don't think it's from any of you people. You guys are right on it, and I really appreciate your appreciation and your participation. Alright, let's go into the second one. So I think you kind of get what's going on here. It's going to be very beautiful. I'm sure this lovely camera here has got nice beautiful pictures of what's going on here. Oh, this is lovely with this orange and this yellow. I mean the yellow and the purple. Gorgeous. So I will sign off for this Long Arm Wednesday and let Walt finish up doing his work, and I will make sure it's going to fit beautifully on the next row. So thanks for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week. And don't forget to watch Weekend Project. Got lots of stuff going on. Okay? Thanks, everybody. See you later. Bye-bye.